Hello, nice to meet you virtually. I am Cristina Barettini. I teach European Union law, and this course I'm introducing is about European leisure law, that is European law on free time. Especially we are concentrating on tourism and sports. I thought that these two issues would be particularly interesting for young people as you are. And also Torino is a tourist city. It attracts a lot of tourists, not only the city itself, but its surroundings. We are close to the Alps, we are close to the seaside, to the Alpine lakes. So we do have a lot of people flocking in, and we also like traveling. We also have a strong sports tradition, not only football, not only alpine sports, but all kinds of sports. So these two aspects are in our blood, and I think that it is good to offer this kind of course in Torino, also to give you a change from the usual free circulation and market rules of the EU. The course is split into two parts. We have, well, first of all, we have an introduction on how the EU treaty approaches the issues of tourism and sport. And then we will be looking at the origins and development of a tourism policy in the EU, and then some specific aspects to tourism. We will talk about package tours, how tourists are protected in case anything goes wrong in a package. We will talk about a competitive EU tourism industry, that is how the EU is trying to look competitive on the international market compared with other tourist destinations around the world. We are going to think about sustainability of the EU tourism policy. And then we will move to sports, and we will look at how sports are approached by the EU. It is not at all about the technical rules of sports, but it is about how sport can help in education, in social inclusion of weaker groups. And we are also going to explore how some general EU rules apply to the sports world. For example, the free movement of citizens, for example, the EU antitrust rules. By the way, for this course, you don't really need to know very much about EU law in advance. It is also not a very technical law course, so you don't need to be interested in remembering law articles and that kind of thing. What we would like to do is to look at the rules, at the policies, at how the EU is trying to work and support member states in these aspects. Every class will be made up of one part of theory, where I will give you some explanation because I also have to do something. And then a large part of the class will be work together, discussion of cases, readings, group work, etc. So I hope it will be a highly interactive course. I look forward to that. The final exam will be the presentation of a group project. So we will have two short tests along the course, and then the main parts of the exam mark will depend on a group project which every group of students can choose by themselves and present to the rest of the class. I'm sorry, I have to keep short now, but we will have hopefully more opportunity to talk to each other, and I look forward to seeing many of you in my course this year. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye for now.